What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And before we get into today's video, guys, I just want to say if you're a fan of those legends of the game, I would definitely recommend subscribing to the channel because that's all I focus on. Also, guys, if this is content that you enjoy, I'd greatly appreciate it if you'd posterize that like button. That would help me out a great deal with the YouTube algorithm. And with that being said, let's get into today's video. So, guys, Larry Johnson, he's one of those players that I watched him, early on at UNLV, and he was really, really good there. And then, of course, when he came into the NBA right out of college, he was a 20-10 guy. So he started out really, really good, and then unfortunately, egos got in the way. Him and Zoe, they just couldn't. They couldn't play together. They didn't like one another for whatever reason. So, unfortunately, Johnson ended up going to New York, and Zoe ended up in Miami. And of course, the real losers here was, unfortunately, Charlotte, because they lost two really, really good players. And really, Larry Johnson would never be the same when he got to New York, right? I mean, he got a back injury, and he just kind of, after the back injury, guys, he was never the same. He didn't seem to be as explosive as he used to be, or anything like that. And it's really unfortunate because I feel like if Johnson could have stayed healthy, I mean, he would have been a really, really good, really, really good player. He may have been talked about similar to the way Charles Barkley is talked about today, right? Uh, you know, so it's just unfortunate that things happen the way that they did. But if you've never seen Larry Johnson play, guys, I mean, go back, watch some of those highlights, and listen. If you're a fan of those old school commercials, I really feel like the Grandmama Larry Johnson commercials was some of the greatest commercials ever. I mean, they're right there with like the little penny commercials, right? I mean, I loved them. Um, so yeah, I mean, with that being said, guys, let's get right into this build. So, guys, with a Larry Johnson build, I feel like the best way to go is the mostly finishing with a little bit less shooting. That's just a really solid build, and it's fun to play with. I will tell you that. Now, what we're going to do here, guys, I mean, for your pie chart, for your physical profile, you could really do whatever. Me personally, I'm going to go with the well-rounded because I do want that strength. We're going to max out our close shot, our driving layup, our driving dunk, and then our standing dunk. And then we're going to put up our mid-range, our three-point shot, and then we're going to max out our post fade as well. So that's going to get us 14. We're going to take our pass accuracy up to 60. We're going to take this up to 48. And then we're going to max this out, and that should get us 10. And then we're going to max out our interior defense, our perimeter defense, our lateral quickness. And then we're going to max out our defensive rebounding, and then our offensive rebounding, and put the final 6 on our block, or you can put it on your steal, really whatever. But if you look at this, guys, you get a really, really good badge layout with this. You got 17 finishing, 14 shooting, 10 playmaking, and 5 defensive and rebounding badges. So it's a really, really good spread, and you can do a lot with that. Now, in terms of the build, guys, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's whatever you prefer. I'm going to go with defined. Of course, we're going to go 6'7", and we're going to bump our weight up to 250. Now, for the wingspan, guys, you could leave it the way that it is. But again, I mean, if you've already watched some of those Grandmama commercials, you kind of know I want that dunking up, right? I want him to really be able to throw down. And if you look, guys, I mean, you're going to have a really, really, really good, build once you get up to 99. Because if you look at this, you're going to have a close shot of 95, which is going to be really, really good. A very solid 83 driving layup, a very, very solid 88 dunk or driving dunk, and then an amazing 97 standing dunk. So you're going to be able to finish around the basket really, really well. But if you look, guys, you're going to have a strong mid-range game at 77, and you're going to be respectable from the 3 at 75. So you're going to be able to shoot as well. And that post fade, it's going to be an 89, so you're going to be able to knock that down pretty easily also. Your pass accuracy is going to be a 69. You're going to have a ball handle of 58, which is pretty decent for a power forward. And that post control, you'll have a 79, so that's really good as well. And if you look at your defense, you'll have a interior defense. It's only going to be 67, which isn't great, but you'll be able to hold your own with that. But you'll have a really decent perimeter defense of 78 for a power forward with a lateral quickness of 76, and a very strong 74 defensive rebound with the respectable 65 offensive rebound. So you'll be able to get some boards and things, especially with the badges that we have. So for the takeover guys, I mean, it really depends on you, right? But me personally, anytime that I had the opportunity to take slasher, I'm going to take that most of the time. Unless I'm doing a lockdown build and I want that lockdown, I'm going to take slasher, right? Because it's just, to me, it's the most overpowered takeover in the game. It was in 21, and that continues in 22. And if you look at this, guys, you have built a finisher with shades of, look at that, Larry Johnson, guys. So it's pretty spot on. I like that shades of. And if you look also, guys, just below that, Zion Williamson, man, that's a guy that I really wished he could get healthy and get his weight under control, because I would really like to see what he could do in the NBA. I think he could be something special. It's just unfortunate that he's having these nagging injuries and these weight issues, and well, he's on the Pelicans, right? So. Now, guys, for your finishing badges, of course, you want Fearless Finisher, you want Limitless Takeoff, you want Posterizer. Those are all really, really good badges to have for this. I would do Rise Up as well, and then I would do Fast Twitch on Hall of Fame. Now, if you wanted to do something like Grace Under Pressure as well, you certainly could, but I really like Fast Twitch. Because it makes you go up much faster. And because there are going to be times when you're playing undersized, having that ability to get up fast is needed. So we're going to go with Hot Zone Hunter on gold. And we're going to do Catch and Shoot also. I feel like Fade Ace is another good one because you're going to have such a good post fade already. Just putting that on there is going to make it even better. Then I feel like, another good one, guys, I really like Deadeye. I think that's a really good badge. And then we'll put Blinders and Difficult Shots on bronze. I think that that's a really good badge layout. I played with this badge layout, and it works really well for me. But again, guys, as I always say, just go in, test the build, find what works for you. So we're going to do Bailout on bronze, Bullet Passer, Glue Hands, and you can do Unpluckable if you plan on, doing a lot of ball handling with this build. But if you're going to be playing this build in the post, I recommend Post Playmaker because that does help you out quite a bit. Now, we only have the 5 defensive badges, guys, so we're going to go Rebound Chaser on gold, Clamps on bronze, and then Intimidator on bronze. I mean, if you wanted to go Interceptor instead of Clamps or Pick Dodger instead of Clamps or something like that, you certainly could. But, I feel like Clamps is good just in case you get switched off on a guard, or in those situations where you're guarding a center, you could cause them to pick the ball up by having Clamps, so it's a good thing to have. So, yeah, I mean, there you have it, guys. I really feel like this is a really, really strong Larry Johnson build. And, guys, like I said, if you've not seen Larry Johnson play, I would definitely recommend going and watching some of his highlights. And guys, if you've not seen those Grandmama commercials, I'm telling you, go watch them. I mean, they're right up there with the Little Penny commercials. I mean, they're so great. I really loved them. And some of those commercials about basketball shoes and things like that from the past is things that I just kind of remember. Because not only do you follow the players, but you also when they have commercials and things like that, you just kind of you enjoy them too, and especially the really, really good ones, and like the Little Penny commercials were some of the funniest ones ever. I loved them. But yeah, definitely go check out those Grandmama videos, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would greatly appreciate if you'd posterize that like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and you like those legends of the game, what are you waiting for? That's all I focus on. So I would definitely recommend subscribing. With that being said, guys, have a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are. Have a good one.